obviously causing turnovers gets you back in this game, obviously after going from down 42-22 and I think 42-19 in the second quarter. Just what impressed you about what you guys were able to do defensively and force all those and kind of get the lead back that way?
Well, first quarter was rough, no question about that. And, they hit us with a hard punch, but we got a lot of depth and we got a lot of guys that are very resilient. And we just said, hey, we're going to hang in and chip away. And the second quarter, we kind of flipped it. And then, halftime's a 3-point game. And so from there, it's a 24-point game. And then, going into the fourth, it's 3 or 4, whatever it was. And it's just a slugfest, to see who can make a couple of plays. I thought, obviously Pascal was spectacular in this game. The 3-point shooting, really was a major factor, especially in the second quarter. Tyrese displayed really great discipline and patience in this game. And the 3 he hit to give us the lead when we were down 2 was a massive play with 3 minutes left, whatever it was. And then then he got 1 or 2 steals that were big plays too. And NBA basketball is such a momentum game, and there's so many ups and downs. You got to keep your emotions in check. I mean, this building is an amazing building. I mean, that wall of people. I mean, we flipped baskets tonight because we didn't want to be facing that wall of people in the second half. And normally we don't do that. And so, there's a lot of things to overcome in here, including a team with 3, star players. So I'm proud of the guys. Great bounce back after, a real dud in Portland. And then, Saturday is going to be another tough one.
Can you talk to us about
Go ahead.
Yeah, just to hit on a couple of those. Let's start with Pascal. I mean, so obviously in so many occasions this year when you guys have had a tough time, you've been able to kind of lean on him, and that's obviously seen what happened in the first and then the second. Just what stood out to you about him, and also what he did on defense guarding Kawhi 94 feet.
Yeah. Look, we're a team that's got to use our depth and wear down the other team. That's a big part of who we have to be, and that's why we just got to keep hanging in and playing. I mean, Pascal did some spectacular things. His 3-point shooting, as I mentioned, was out of this world tonight. But he did a lot of damage around the basket too. And so, we're a team that's got to play the game and take what's there. As long as we're aggressive and as long as we're helping each other out defensively and trying to rebound as best we can, we can give ourselves a chance.
You mentioned Tyrese. 4 steals. Obviously, he was getting his hands on a lot of balls, doing a lot of things defensively. What did you like from him on both ends?
I love that he was really solid defensively and put himself in a position to make those steals from a position of being solid. And you get down into crunch time of an NBA game, your great players have to make plays for you. And people, when they hear Ty's name, they think about 3-point shots and drives and fancy passes and stuff like that. Tonight, defense was the calling card.
And what do you know about Miles at this point?
We'll know more tomorrow. We don't know, but he was ruled out. Got hit in the jaw, I guess. So I didn't see the play yet. But we'll see. We'll see how he's feeling tomorrow. That will determine kind of where it goes. What else?
But you guys simplify that second quarter, but you guys had separate runs of 15-0 and 19-0. I mean, how does a team, I know it's a game of runs, but how does a team go on those kind of runs, big runs in the single quarter?
Well, you don't plan them out. You don't say, hey, time to go on a 15-0 run. I mean, you just got to hang in and keep playing hard. And as they were getting way ahead in the first quarter and kicking our butts, and and the fans were getting into it, our guys were getting pissed, and we just kept fighting, and we're a fighting team, and so, we're gonna fight you. We're gonna fight you to the end.
Tyrese had, I think, about 6 quarters before he scored. Didn't like the last game. How have you seen him navigate through, some of the shooting struggles and continue to keep his composure?
He was great tonight.
Tyrese, some terrific comebacks tonight. You had the big one in the first half, but the 14-0 run to win it. What was the big key in that final stretch?
I was just digging in, figuring out ways to get stops defensively. I thought we did a good job of just hanging in there. Our second group was really big for us. Keeping the game close in the first half, and then we kind of followed it up, went on a big run there in the first half, and then we just had to stick with it. Obviously, after their last game, we knew they would come out, throw a big punch, and that they did, and we just had to figure it out.
Time after time in your career, you don't worry about what's happened in the past, do you? When the game's on the line, you want to hit that shot. You want the shot, don't you?
Yeah, it's my responsibility. I feel like I've created a reputation of being able to close games and helping be our closer. So whatever it takes to win games is what I'm trying to do.
The defense tonight, especially the final three quarters, it's how you guys have played much of January, isn't it?
Yeah, we're doing a good job of just locking in, staying in there, and figuring it out. We're mixing in some zone, mixing in some different coverages, trying to do our best to defend one-on-one. I think we're just really digging in there. Obviously losing Miles and having to go a little smaller with Obi at the 5. From time to time, it takes gang rebound, especially against a guy like Zubac. So you just got to be able to figure it out, and I thought we did a good job of that.
How instrumental would you say Pascal was to this victory?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's just going to keep doing what he does. He's an all-star for a reason, been consistent for us all year, and just makes big play after big play.
Rivers just talking about how solid you were to get the steals that you got, basically defensively, you personally. Just how do you feel like you're growing as a defender? What did you like about what you were doing, just keeping in front of people and getting yourself in position to take the ball off of them?
Yeah, I just trying to be the best team defender I can. I know what I lack. Physically or individually, I can, make up with, team defense, and just trying to stay into the system. Me and Rick have constant conversation. We watch all my defensive clips every game, and so he's always on me, holding me accountable. The trust that he has in me offensively allows me to do what I do. Trust is earned by, staying and doing what he needs for me to do defensively. So it's just part of our relationship and the trust that he has in me. And so I'm just trying to stay solid, not, gamble a ton, just, be a good team defender. And I feel like I'm really, really growing there from game to game. Obviously, it's not a straight path to being good every night. I have ups and downs, but just trying to be the best I can.
Tyrese, what does it say about this team? Your last 3 wins, you guys trailed late in the fourth quarter. What's it say about this team coming back like that?
We got to do a better job not getting down. But we're resilient, man. We're a group that's been together for some time, and we have the utmost trust in each other, and we don't ever get too high, never get too low. We know we are, and we feel like, if there's time on the clock, we can win any game. So, I feel like that's just part of, what we've grown here.
What was it like to play in this arena? What were your first impressions? The halo board, the wall, and all that?
Yeah, fire. Mr. Ballmer's done a great job of putting together, a state-of-the-art, arena, and I think the visuals are super cool. Looking at it during player intros, all this stuff, like, no question, it's the best arena in the NBA. And so it's really fun to play here. And unfortunate part is we only get to play here once a year, but the environment's really cool. I love like the college feel, the wall, like it just gives me a really big college feel. And I'm sure when these guys get in the playoffs, it's really gonna be rocking in here. So it's really cool.
What do you focus on the game?
This is the last one, guys.
When you look up, do you ever catch yourself looking at the giant halo board, like all that?
No. I'm just in the flow of the game. I was a little confused though. Like there's all that space up there, and like I felt like there could have been more stats shown, like team stats.
Usually there are. I think it was a little glitchy.
Yeah. Like I didn't get to see. Like I wanted to know what we were shooting from the free throw line, what they were shooting from the free throw line. At one point I was looking up there and it was just like individual stats, and then replay the game. But I'm sure it was just off a little bit. But yeah, there's a lot of real estate up there to really put whatever. But done a cool job. I think the whole thing of being able to go to the concession stand with Face ID is pretty cool. It's the future, and I want to be able to come here for something that's not basketball and be able to sit in the stands and enjoy something, but really cool to be a part of, and look forward to playing here the rest of my career.
Pascal, you guys had 2 great comebacks, the one at the end of the first half and the one to close the game. What were the keys in both?
Just playing with more intensity on defense. We got some stops to be able to run, and just playing with pace, like the way we play. I thought the first quarter, obviously, wasn't pretty, but I thought we kind of stayed with it, kept playing and our pace, and we just knew eventually, we'll make some shots, and again, it helps when we got transition points also.
You guys played so many clutch games early in the season, then went through the month of January dominating. Your last 3 wins are now clutch. What's it like to make those plays down the stretch?
Yeah, I mean, I think you get that experience. You know that playoff times. They're gonna have a lot of games that are kind of clutch games. So, obviously, I mean, if I could win by double digits every single time, I would take that. But being in those situations is just, you get to build character, and we kind of get prepared for like moments in the playoffs where it's going to be tough, and you're going to have some close games.
And your play tonight, 33-11. You hit 5 threes. You've shot the 3 so well this year. What's been the key for you?
Just let it fly, man. You work on it. Just feeling confident with it. Again, there's a couple of games where I didn't make any threes, so just not trying to get in your head with everything. It's just at the end of the day, like I said, I'm when I go out there, I'm free just because I know the work that I put in before. So sometimes I know that it's going to go in, and sometimes, like today, it was a good day, and then sometimes it's not going to go in, and it is what it is.
Thomas, a double-double for you, your first one as a Pacer, but more importantly, a heck of a comeback win.
Yeah, it was a great win for us. We showed real great resiliency out there going against a really great Clipper team in their house. So I'm really proud of our guys for really sustaining it and getting the win.
You were part of that group in the second quarter that you guys rallied from a 22-point deficit to take a first-half lead. What was the message from Rick and the coaching staff between quarters?
Well, to keep sustaining it. We had to keep playing our game, and those guys were going to come out very strong from their last game and then playing them at home as well. But for us, we just had to keep sustaining what we do and just try and get stops on the defensive end too, and rebound the ball, which I think we did a really good job of, during that first half and going on into the second half.
All right, you guys were down 22, up 13, and then down 5 in the final minutes. How did you guys make that 14-0 run?
We had to make a defensive push out there. We knew we had to play in our space. Get some good shots, get some good offense going in, but also rebound the ball. They were very big, aggressive out there, and luckily we got some stops out there that really helped us catapult us in getting that lead.
You guys ended up with 13 steals, I think 32 points off turnovers. I mean, just how big is that becoming for you guys? I mean, how much better are you getting at just finding ways of getting the ball out of people, whether you're getting your hands in passing lanes or taking somebody's dribble, all that stuff?
Yeah, it's very big for us. We pride ourselves on our defensive backs right there, and then we got guys like Drew, Pascal, Ty that's defending his butt off too. We're all doing out there the collective unit. Ben out there that's made great plays on the defensive end and offensive end. Obi who just changed the game for us that you don't even realize it. And it goes all down the line for all of us right there. We just were out there as a collective unit, and defensively we all were connected. We rebound the ball together, and that's what's really big for us.
You obviously had to play a whole lot more minutes after Miles goes down. What was just that like for all you guys just to kind of move past? I mean, he obviously looked fine coming out of there, but that's a bit of a scary moment there. How did you?
Oh yeah, it was very scary for him, man, and we were all there for him, and the first thing we did at halftime, first thing I did was check up on him and make sure that he was good and tell him I was going to hold it down for him out there and try and get this win for us out there. So it was really big for us. It was amazing. This is my very first time being in here, and just experiencing that crowd, experiencing the atmosphere is absolutely amazing. It was marvelous. Oh yeah, for sure, 100%. During the intros, I was catching myself looking all around like, oh my God, like it was pretty cool.
Does it take some getting used to? I mean, it's just different optically, right? In terms of like.
Yeah, it's a little different optically, but it gets used to. And you get to the flow of the game, you start thinking about that. But as a Clippers facility, this new facility, it's absolutely it's outrageously gorgeous.
I liked our depth, bringing energy to the game, and making it tough on these guys for the whole 48 minutes. I think it was a full 48 performance from us. We did a good job of not giving up hope.
What just even beyond just the pressure of it, I mean, what do you guys think you just did well in just in getting passing lane and stuff like that? I think it was you guys had 32 points off turnovers. I think you get pressured.
No, I think we pressured well. I think we were just connected on that side of the floor. We were making up for each other in a lot of ISO situations. Just being in the right spots at the right time.
Andrew, how much has the full court pressure that you guys are playing on a consistent basis helped you guys?
I think it's done a good job of making our identity, offense and defense, being on, like we kind of put pressure on the guys like wind, and I think it makes it even more as we pick up the full court.
The fact that everybody can do it. obviously the fact that Pascal's out there picking up Kawhi 94 feet. I mean, how much does that add to him? It's not just you. You know, it's
It's big. You need everybody to pick up. It only works when all 5 guys are doing it. And he got a big steal in the backcourt today. Those types of plays are momentum changers for us.
Andrew, what was the message in the huddle between quarters? You guys are down 20. What was the message that Rick and the staff had for you guys?
Wear on them. You know, we got the youth on our side, and it's a long game. You know, a lot of teams come back from 15, 20-point leads, so we didn't really lose hope, and we continue to stay resilient on that side of the floor.
Andrew, what was this arena like to be here for the first time into a dome? Was a wall like? What was all this like for you?
It was nice. It was cool. I like how it's set up. It's all close to you. It's kind of like a college feel. Solid.
Could you hear them, or were you too locked in on the game?
It wasn't the loudest arena I've ever played in, but I'm sure if it gets packed in the playoff series, I could see it getting pretty rowdy in here for sure.